Hi, fourth graders. Hope you're doing fine. I'm going to read to you the story Whales by Seymour Simon. Let's begin. There are about 90 kinds of whales in the world. Scientists divide them into two main groups, toothed whales and baleen whales. Toothed whales have teeth and feed mostly on fish and squid. They have only one blowhole and are closely related to dolphin and porpoise. The sperm whale is the only giant among the toothed whales. It is the animal that comes to mind when most people think of a whale. The sperm whale has a huge, squarish head, small eyes, and a thin lower jaw. All of the first size teeth, about 50 of them, are in the lower jaw. The male grows to 60 feet long and weighs as much as 50 tons. The female is smaller, reaching only 40 feet and weighing less than 20 tons. A sperm whale's main food is squid, which it catches and swallows whole. A sperm whale is not a very fast swimmer, but it is a champion diver. It dives to depths of a mile in search of giant squid and can stay underwater for more than 1 hour. There are smaller and less familiar kinds of toothed whales. The narwhal is a leopard-spotted whale about 15 feet long. It is sometimes called the unicorn whale because the male narwhal has a single tusk. The tusk is actually a 10-foot-long front left tooth that grows through the upper lip and sticks straight out. No one knows for sure how the narwhal uses its tusk. Narwhals live along the edge of the sea ice in the Arctic. Perhaps the best known of the toothed whales is the killer whale, or orca. That's because they are killer whales that perform in marine parks around the country. A killer whale is actually the largest member of the dolphin family. A male can grow to over 30 feet and weigh 9 tons. Orcas are found in all of the world's oceans, from the poles to the tropics. They hunt for food in herds called pods. Orcas eat fish, squid, and penguins, as well as seals, sea lions, and other sea mammals, including even the largest whales. Yet they are usually gentle in captivity, and there is no record that an orca has ever caused a human death. Baleen whales. Baleen whales differ from toothed whales. They have a two-part nostrils or blowhole, and instead of teeth, they have food-gathering baleen plates. Each whale has several hundred baleen plates, which hang down from the whale's upper jaw. The plates can be 2 to 7 feet long and hang about 1/4 of an inch apart. The inside edge of each plate is frayed and acts like a filter. Baleen whales are the biggest whales of all, yet they feed on small fish and other very small sea animals, such as the shrimp-like animals called krill. Krill, which are only as big as your little finger, occur in huge amounts in the Antarctic Ocean. In northern waters, baleen whales eat different kinds of small shrimp-like animals. Some baleen whales, such as the right whale, skim open-mouthed through the water. The frayed inner edges of the baleen trap the food animals while the water pours out through the gaps. In this way, a right whale can filter thousands of gallons of seawater and swallow 2 tons of food each day. The right whale was once very common in the North Atlantic Ocean. It was given its name by early whalers who regarded it as the right whale to catch because it swam slowly, had lots of baleen and blubber, and floated when dead. So many right whales were killed that they are now quite rare. Right whales may reach more than 50 feet and weigh more than 70 tons. They have large flippers and a long lower lip that covers and protects their baleen plates. Each right whale has its own pattern of strange bumps along its head called callosities. Scientists sometimes identify individual whales by the pattern of their callosities. The gray whale feeds differently from the way any other whale does. It swims on its side on the ocean bottom and pushes water out of its mouth between its baleen plates, stirring out sediment from the ocean floor. Then the whale draws back its tongue and sucks the sediment and any living things around into its mouth. As the whale rises to the surface, it rinses its mouth with fresh seawater and swallows the catch. This method of bottom feeding is sometimes called grubbing. Gray whales once swam in both the North Atlantic and North Pacific Oceans. In the shallow waters along the coast, now, along the coast. Now, because of whaling in the Atlantic, they live only in the North Pacific and Arctic seas. In the summer, the gray whales feed in the cold waters of the Arctic. In the winter, they travel about 10,000 miles to Mexican waters. There, the females give birth in the warm, protected lagoons along the Baja California Peninsula. The journey of the gray whales is the longest known yearly migration for any mammals. With its long, streamlined body, its pointed head, and its thin flukes, the fin whale has the right shape to be a fast, nimble swimmer, and it is. The long grooves on its throat allow the throat to expand while the whale is feeding. Whales that have these grooves, such as the fin, mink, humpback, and blue, are called rorquals, from the Norwegian word for groove or furrow. Fin whales often work in pairs to round up and eat schools of fish. Fin whales are second only to blue whales in size. They can reach 70 to nearly 90 feet in length and weigh 80 tons. The blue whale is bigger than the largest dinosaur that ever lived. The largest known dinosaur may have been 100 feet long and weighed 100 tons. But the biggest blue whales are over 110 feet long and weigh more than 150 tons. That's the weight of 25 full-grown elephants. The heart of a blue whale is the size of a small car. A blue whale swims along the surface of the ocean up to a cloud of krill, opens its mouth wide, and sucks in 50 or more tons of water in one gulp. Then it opens its lips and strains out the krill through its baleen plates. In one day, a blue whale eats more than 4 tons of krill, about 40 million of these animals. Blue whales have been hunted for many years. Even though they are now protected, only small numbers of blue whales are found in the Antarctic and anywhere else in the world. Humpback whales appear to be curious and seem to be accustomed to whale watching boats. The whales show no hostility to the boats and are careful to avoid collisions. Many whales make sounds, but the most famous are the songs of the humpbacks. They are sung only by the males. Some scientists think the song may help to attract females or to keep other males from coming too close. Whatever the reasons the whales have for singing them, the songs are strange and beautiful. Each one lasts as long as 20 or 30 minutes and is sung over and over again. The songs have patterns that repeat, but are different from one whale to another and from one year to the next. The song of a humpback can be heard from miles away. Humpbacks feed in different ways. One way is called bubble netting. A humpback sends out clouds of bubbles in a circle beneath a school of small fish or other food animals. When the fish are trapped by the bubbles, the whale lunges up inside the circle with its mouth open, swallowing huge amounts of water and food. A humpback's throat expands to make lots of room for the food and water. Sometimes several humpbacks feed together in the circle of bubbles. In 1946, the International Whaling Commission, that is the IWC, was set up to establish rules to limit whaling. Despite the rules, the numbers of whales steadily shrank. Some kinds of whales may be about to be extinct. Because of a worldwide movement to save the whales, the IWC banned all commercial whaling beginning in 1985. But the governments of a few countries still allow their citizens to hunt whales. Whales are one of the few wild animals that are commonly friendly to humans they encounter. Many people feel that we have an obligation to preserve these intelligent and special animals. Will whales be allowed to remain to share the world with us? The choice is ours. And this is the story for this week. So please read it. You're going to have a worksheet that goes with the story. So, bye.